What's up, Heat fans? Your boy Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk adventure. Ready to rock and roll, you guys, because we are off on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. Before we get there, guys, please take a moment. You know the drill. Hit the like button, subscribe, click that notification bell to get all my updates. I'm not excited because we're cutting another video. I'm excited because we have some great updates to talk about, you guys. These are good ones. So, as you guys know, this whole Damian Lillard trade has been a saga. It's been a process. We are on over 2 months now, and this process has been, you could call it a headache, a nightmare. Call it whatever you want. If you're Heat fans and you're Blazers fans, you're on the edge of your seats. If you're fans for every other team in the league, you probably don't give a crap. But I feel like we are finally getting to the end point. We are finally getting to the point that this trade may happen soon. And there's a few reasons why. Now, recently, I've talked about him in the past. You guys all know him, SHAMS. He's the biggest NBA inside reporter today. He was on the show The Rally, and he did report on the show that it's been reported that Damian Lillard has two preferences. It's either, there's two teams to where he would actually report to camp to, and that's with the Portland Trail Blazers and with the Miami Heat. If Damian Lillard is traded elsewhere, it is likely that he would not report to camp. Now, it didn't come from Damian Lillard. It didn't come from his agent, Aaron Goodwin. It came from SHAMS. If you guys remember anything from what I've said in the past, there's specific inside reporters. When they post, you know where it's coming from. Whenever you hear something from Adrian Wojnarowski, you know it's coming from the Portland Trail Blazers camp. If anything we've heard from SHAMS or Chris Haynes, it has come directly from Damian Lillard or his agent Aaron Goodwin with his camp. We've seen this all in this offseason. Every report that's come by SHAMS or Chris Haynes has been tied directly to Damian Lillard. SHAMS would not be reporting this if it wasn't the case. That's what I feel. So if it's coming from SHAMS, it's likely to happen. And with him posting this, he also mentioned that the Miami Heat and the Portland Trail Blazers are looking to re-engage talks for a trade, possibly before training camp. So this is what we've been talking about, you guys, for the last 2.5 months now. This trade was likely to happen before training camp. We've talked about it, we've called it, we know it's happened, but because the process has been so long, it's taken forever to get here. We know that. Now, the fact that Damian Lillard had said that he's only going to report to camp if it's with Portland or Miami says something. You know where he wants to go. You know where he wants to play. You know what he wants. Give the man what he wants. I think Joe Cronin and Pat Riley are going to sit down and they're going to finally squash this out and figure it out. Now here's the great thing about our perspective. This is the great thing about Miami Heat's side. Damian Lillard has stayed firm and has stayed poised to what he wants. He wants Miami Heat, nothing else. He's been firm. It wasn't like Kevin Durant last year when Kevin Durant pulled back his trade request and stayed with Brooklyn. Damian Lillard hasn't changed his mind. He wants to go to Miami. But there is that little possibility, you guys, that this rides out during the season. We saw it with KD last year, and I just mentioned it. Damian Lillard never pulled back his trade request, but Portland doesn't have to trade him. But from what it's looking like, you guys, the fact that SHAMS is on the rally talking about this specific report 2.5 weeks before training camp, that just tells me something. It tells me that this is going to be re-engaged. Talks are going to start happening. People, Woj was even talking about it last week on ESPN. Representatives are going back to work. People are finally starting to go back to their jobs. Everybody's starting to get back to the normal routine for the NBA. Teams are going to start talking trades. I've said it before. I've said it again. This is not a matter of if. It's a matter of when. This trade to the Miami Heat, I am praying that it happens before training camp for a few reasons. First and foremost is because there's not really a lot of topics to talk about. If you're a Miami Heat, if you're a Miami Heat fan, everything's been Damian Lillard or bust for the last month and a half. We've seen players walk away. We've seen possible players that Miami Heat could pick up. Players like Christian Wood, others as well, like Danny Green and several other have signed to other teams because this trade hasn't happened yet. And that's frustrating. But another report came out earlier today, you guys, and honestly, that was the video that I was working on earlier today. I was coming up with some research, doing some topics, because a few hours ago, earlier today, it was reported that Kelly Oubre has interest in joining the Miami Heat if a trade for Damian Lillard were to happen. Now, I've heard it's possibility both ways. That whether Damian Lillard trade happens or not, Kelly Oubre does have interest to come to the Miami Heat. I mean, why wouldn't he? We just went to the NBA Finals as an 8th seed. You come over here, you're going to do what Josh Richardson and Thomas Bryant are doing. You come here on a 2-year contract for the minimum, ball out, get a ring, and do what Bruce Brown did. Go get your bag somewhere else next season. These guys are being smart. Follow the train, follow the money train. That is exactly what these guys are doing. But the fact that the Kelly Oubre report came out, you guys, earlier today, and then this whole report with SHAMS about Damian Lillard only wanted to go to Portland and Miami, and that talks between Miami and Portland are going to start re-engaging the same day that this Kelly Oubre news came out, that interest from Miami is coming. You got to look at the little signs, you guys. And also the fact that this was reported by SHAMS. It's all these little pieces that's telling me a lot more than what we really know. It's telling me that this trade is going to happen a lot sooner rather than later. I think it's going to happen before training camp. A lot of you have told me the same thing. But I want to hear from you guys again. Now with all these new little rumors fluttering around, the fact that Miami and Portland are going to re-engage talks, do you think that Miami can get this trade done? And what do you feel it's going to take to get this trade package complete? I want you guys to let me know. Do you think that Miami can get the trade done? Or do you think it's going to take during the season because Portland may not like what we have to offer? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But please, guys, take a moment, smash the like button, click that subscribe button, help your boy out, get the 2,000 subscribers. If we get any new updates about this Damian Lillard news, you guys, I will definitely let you guys know. I want to thank you guys for staying by my side through this whole process. I promise to get you guys some new content. Thank you for the love, and until next time, your boy Ernest out. That's enough said. Let's go, Heat.